You're listening to Love Advice with Leanne. Caller, you're on the air.
Hi, Leanne. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Why, in your professional opinion, do you never take my calls off the air?
Is this Carl?
Yep, it's Carl. I mean, we had a few dates. Everything was great. I thought,
Well, you know, when you switch to Geico, you could save a lot of money on car insurance.
Okay, awesome.
You should call them.
I will.
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
You are tuning in to a Goldilocks Productions presentation of the InnerSpeak Soul Adventure Show with Adrienne. Adrienne is the creator of InnerSpeak, a method for clearing karmic and ancestral blocks. She's the author of 4 books and 2 decks of metaphysical clearing and activation cards. Jean offers private sessions in person, via phone, or Skype. Call in now to reserve your spot on the switchboard. The call-in number is 657-383-1895. Enjoy this soul expansion show.
Good afternoon. Happy Monday. And welcome to InnerSpeak Soul Adventures live from Tallahassee, Florida. And here we go. So it's a great Monday, and I don't know about you guys, but looks like at least half of the United States is really cold, and it's actually quite seasonably cool, even down here in Florida now. And I'm kind of glad about that. You know, I moved from the North Georgia mountains, and it's really cold up there now and has been for about a month. I'm not going to miss that when it's minus 16, you know, because I don't think we're going to get even down to 16 here, which is like really good, really, really good. So I'm ready for callers. I'm ready to work with you guys and use InnerSpeak to help you to clear away the blocks that are holding you back in any or all areas of your life. The number to call in is area code 657-383-1895. And once you call in, press 1, and that will make sure that the producer knows that you actually want a clearing. You know, because you could just listen if that option is available as well. So there's just so much change and growth going on in the world. You know, this is really an exciting time to be alive. Early this morning, I don't know if any of you guys got up out of bed to catch just before daybreak, but Venus and Jupiter were together in the dawn sky this morning, and what an amazing panorama that made. You know, and so Venus is the planet of money and love, and Jupiter is the planet that just supports the growth of all of that. So we are in an amazing time where we have the ability to create for ourselves money and love and anything else we want. I had a major breakthrough last week when I received a message during my morning journaling. You know, every morning I get up and I do have my latte first before I start this process, but then I just go into meditation and I journal, and I always ask Spirit, what message do you have for me today? And well, you could have knocked me over with a feather. This was, I think, last Wednesday when I received this message that was so simple, yet so profound, so obvious, but how had I missed it all this time? The message that I got was about reality and the nature of truth, and that truth is relative to each individual person. So, for example, somebody whose truth is fairly radical, it's true for them. It might not be true for you or me, but it's true for them. And it's not our place to judge their truth, just to acknowledge that that's their truth. And because I've been beating myself up for several weeks about my truth being different from my daughter's truth. And I really was trying to make myself fit into her reality. And every time I did that, I realized that that was painful. It was like shoehorning your foot into a shoe that was 2 sizes too small. It was painful. And once I got clear on this, it has made my relationship with my daughter so much easier. We had a fantastic weekend because I wasn't trying to play in her reality anymore. Although I still go into her reality every time, I go and visit with her. And in fact, on Sunday, when I went down to spend the day with my daughter and granddaughter, I received some information in her reality that was really true for me and made another huge breakthrough. And that piece of information has to do with walking through open doors. I went to church with my daughter, and her minister was talking about how Jesus holds the key that can lock doors and unlock doors. And he was holding up a skeleton key, and he said, that when the door is locked, a lot of times we make the mistake of going back and trying to reopen it and trying, even though the door was locked and we weren't supposed to reopen it anymore. And he said, that on the other hand, a door can be opened for us, and we should walk through that open door. And if there's not an open door in any given moment, then you should ask that the door be opened for you and wait until it is. And that was huge. I realized, I've been dealing with some physical issues of late, one of which is my right knee. I'm ready for a total knee replacement. And the process had just been stalled. And finally, a week ago, the doctor's office called and said, you know what, we realized we don't take your insurance. We can't work on your knee. I had been pushing on that door and going, hurry up, let's do this. And it's obvious to me now that was not the doctor who was supposed to work on my knee. So I called back to my primary care physician and I asked for another referral. And this one has gone so smooth that, at any point now, I'll be able to go in and have the surgery and have that knee replaced. I'm just waiting to get the date from them. And I'm looking forward to it because I know that it's going to be in divine time by the right surgeon, and it's going to give me back great quality of life and mobility and freedom from pain and all those wonderful things. So that was huge for me. And I'm also asking Spirit, well, you've opened that door. I'm ready for you to open up other doors to allow me to walk into the field of pure potential. The other physical thing that I've been dealing with is a frozen shoulder, my right shoulder. And what I realized was, I think the reason why that bad boy's been hurt is because I've been banging that shoulder up against closed doors, trying to force fit and get the doors to open for me when they weren't even the ones that were supposed to open before. So, I've quit doing that and I'm letting my shoulder heal because it can heal so much faster when I'm not beating on it constantly and creating a mess for myself. But anyway, I'm ready for callers. So the number is area code 657-383-1895. And when you call in, then press 1. And sometimes you have to hold it down until you hear the little Blog Talk woman say, you're now in the host queue. So while we're waiting, what I want to do is I'm going to do a little InnerSpeak reading for everybody who's listening to locate the blocks that we're bumping up against, that we're pushing up against, that are closed doors, so that we can clear the way to have all of us now, so that we can take advantage of the auspicious energy that is in the skies right now. And actually, before I do that, I've got a first request, and this one's coming in on text. And I'm going to just take a moment and surrender to Spirit and ask for help in looking at what is in this request. So The first card is the red card, which is source. So let's see where this block is being created from. The first card I pulled says psychic attack. That's interesting. Okay, so let's pull another card. And it says overwhelmed by an authority figure. All right. So let's see what the sense is around this. I'm already getting some information intuitively, but let's just see what the cards have to say and what this person's higher self wants them to know. All right. So the orange cards are the setup. So the first one is servitude, felt powerless, and loss of faith in self, others, or God. And what did this do to this person's soul? All right. So I'm going to pull a yellow card, which is soul reaction. And it says your instincts and self-worth have been wounded. So what that tells me is that you're resonating with the instincts and the self-worth that were wounded by this person who was overwhelming you energetically. And the next card is the stuck belief. So there's a stuck belief around this that we need to acknowledge and release so that the energy can shift. Others are better than me. All right, let's clear this. So we'll just ask that this listener do this work with me, and also anyone who's listening who resonates with this issue, do the work, and you get the clearing just the same as the listener who's requested me to do this via text. All right, this one. And we want this one. And we want this one. Okay, so the first clearing card says to allow the source to vent their negative emotions until it's all gone. In this case, it's fear. So what I want you to do is I want you to put your attention on this person who overwhelmed you energetically, and let them let go of all of their fear. Because I have a sense that this person was also being overwhelmed by someone else who was making this person feel powerless and causing them to lose faith in themselves, and they were just projecting it onto you. Okay? And you have energetic debris out in your body, or in your body and out in your field. And this stuff looks like mirrors. So I would ask that you close your eyes and just scan your body and scan your field for this energetic debris that looks like mirrors, because this is what attracted this to you. So ask Spirit to remove all the mirrors from your body and from your field. Then finally, what I want you to do is I want you to create a bottle. And I want you to create this bottle to be like a Thanksgiving bottle. It's in oranges and browns, and maybe has a turkey on it or whatever. And what I want you to do is I want you to invite all of this energy that you felt into the bottle. Let's get it off of you, off of the person who was overwhelming you, off of the person who overwhelmed that person, and just put it in the bottle, put a cork in it, and give it to an angel to take it to the light. Let's put an end to this cycle so that it doesn't happen anymore. And you receive blessings for doing this work. So the blessings cards are the violet cards. I'm going to pull 3. First one's this one right here, if I can get it out. Synchronistic flow and good fortune. The second blessing is a blessing of union and the acceptance of love from yourself, from God, from your partner, from your family. And the third blessing is a blessing of courage. Courage to follow your heart's command. And it's gratitude that owns every clearing. So just take a moment now and give thanks to your angels, your teachers, and your guides. And I ask that all of your reference points are updated, all ways in which you perceive and you are perceived in the world. And I ask that you're wrapped in sheets of rainbow light, gently sealing this in to whatever degree is appropriate for your spiritual evolutionary state. And so be it. Okay, so now I'm going to do a session for, we have a first caller. Area code 831. I'll do a session for you. Who am I speaking with?
Hello, my name is Lily, and I'm calling from California.
Hi, Lily. And how can I help you today?
Well, I'm feeling very adventurous. I'm feeling very entrepreneurial. I'm ready. I'm about to be a new empty nester. And
Ooh.
it's my time. And
so you've got a huge open door standing in front of you.
I'm visioning this beautiful opening, and I'm just ready. I haven't been at work for a while, and I'm a nurse by trade and healer by heart, and would love to know where I'm going, what direction. Is it going to be travel? Is it going to require me sitting being in a room? What am I heading for?
All right. Well, so I want you to just take a moment, surrender to spirit, and ask for help in opening the perfect door for you to a new life, to a new career, to new joy.
Okay. All right.
All right. Now, are you a medium? Do you see dead people?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, I just got that. There's a soul.
In a hospital.
Well, yeah, exactly. Oh, that'll be fun. So there's a soul on the other side of the veil who wants to walk with you through this open door and kind of support you in that. And it's one of your ancestors. So let's see, is this ancestor male? This is a female ancestor. Is it on mother's side of the family? Yeah. Is this more than 5 generations back? No, 5, 4, 3 generations back. So your mother would be 1, grandmother would be 2. This is a great-grandmother who wants to get clear enough so that she can be of support to you. So this would be one of 4, I guess. So let's see what happened to her. Maybe that'll help you know which great-grandmother this is.
Oh.
Did one of your great-grandmothers kill herself?
There was talk of that, yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is the one. That's the one. And she did, and she felt powerless, and that's why she felt that she had to take her own life. And, there's no judgment there. That's just a way to go into transition, So, there's a lot of religious hoorah around what happens to someone when they commit suicide, but it's just an exit point. So, but she did this because she felt powerless. And let's see what this did to her at the soul level. And it says that her ability to be in relationship has been disrupted. I think she probably judged herself for that. But anyway, that's where you resonate with her is relationship blocks. So there is a stuck belief that was hers and not yours, but you're still carrying it out of a sense of loyalty for her. And that stuck belief is, I am separate. I'm separate from God. I'm separate from others. So let's clear this. We're going to clear it off of her, and subsequently it will clear it from you. So you're helping your grandmother, and then as a blessing for you, she's going to help you going forward to walk through the open doors. All right. So let's see what the clearings are. First thing I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes and connect heart to heart with her. And I want you to ask her, great-grandmother, what can I do to help you?
Great-grandmother, what can I do to help you? Did she have a lot of children?
I don't know. I think she did, actually. I'm seeing a shoe with Old Mother Hubbard and a whole bunch of children.
Yeah.
You know that nursery rhyme? Yeah.
Okay.
I don't get necessarily that all of her children survived birth.
Okay. I just see my grandmother was one of 14 children.
Mm-hmm.
But I sense that there was more.
Yeah. So what I'm seeing is that some of her children died at birth or early on. One or more of them was aborted. You know, we don't think a lot about the fact that that abortion has been around longer than our little lifetimes, but it has.
Yeah. So I'm going to share a little personal story, and it is now, my heart is thumping at the moment. It is, I didn't survive hers at that time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. I got chills on that one. Yep. She was supposed to have been your mom.
My mother tried to abort me, and by starving, she was anorexic, and I was just stubborn enough to survive. Yeah.
Well, join the club. I was aborted 2 times before I actually made it in this time. So, yep, happens a lot. All right, so what I want you to do is that I want you to ask that your vibration be raised as high as is humanly possible for you, right here, right now.
Right here, right now, I am my vibration high.
And I want you to ask your great-grandmother's higher self to raise her vibration as well, so that you are on a matching frequency.
Okay.
And now what I want you to do is I want you to, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I just felt her floating higher.
Yeah. So what I want you to do now is I want you to pretend like you are looking at yourself in a mirror, a big plate glass mirror. And overshadowing you is your grandmother's pain. And what I want you to do is I want you to gently blow on that mirror, because her pain has to do with not being able to find open doors. I want you to blow that energy off of you so that you will be able to see the open doors that will be in front of you, so that you can walk through them and into the reality that you choose to create for yourself. Beautiful. And you get blessings for having the courage to call in and do this today, and also help your grandmother, because she will be walking with you now as a guide. Great grandmother. All right. So let's see what your blessings are. I'm pulling 3 cards.
We called her Gigi.
Oh, well, that is the name of one of my granddaughters. I love it. All right. So here are your blessings from your grandmother, your great-grandmother, and from the angels. The first is the return of your authority, power, and confidence. The second one is the courage to follow your heart's command. And the final blessing today is opening to miracles. And it's gratitude that owns every clearing, Lily. So I just want you to close your eyes, open your crown center, and feel the love of Mother, Father, God pouring in through the top of your head. And let it just fill you up with love and light. And give thanks to your angels, teachers, and guides, to your great-grandmother, and all those of the light who are supporting you in moving into the next phase of your life in joy, in peace, and in love. And I ask that all of your reference points are updated, all ways in which you perceive and you are perceived in the world. And I ask that you're wrapped in sheets of rainbow light, gently sealing this work in to whatever degree is appropriate for your spiritual evolutionary state. And so be it. So go make it happen. Look for that open door.
Wonderful.
I'm sorry?
Under grace and perfect ways. And that's wonderful.
Yes, exactly. And thank you for calling in today.
Thank you for help. Blessings.
All right. So, listeners, now I'm going to do that clearing on all of us so that we can find the open doors and walk through them. So just take a moment, surrender to Spirit, and ask for help. Sabotage, to avoid transforming. That's the meaning of that banging your shoulder up against the door. All right, so the setup around our self-sabotage. Let's see what the setup is. I'm going to pull two of the orange cards. The first one says we feel like we've been punished for things we didn't do. And it's broken our little hearts. And we're holding on to this. And we keep going back to that closed door and revisiting it over and over and over again instead of just letting it go, forgiving, and moving on. And when you're facing the closed door and banging your head or the shoulder up against it, you can't turn around and see the open door that is awaiting you. So let's see what this is doing to us at a soul level. Well, it's blocking our inflow. So we're not receiving the money, the love, and the creativity that we desire and that we deserve. That's interesting. And let's see what our stuck belief is, because we all share this one, because we are all one. So the blue cards are the stuck belief, and this one is, I'm separate. I'm separate from God. I'm separate from others. I'm separate from you. All right. Let's clear this. I'm going to pull 3 of the green cards, and we will let this go so that we no longer sabotage ourselves, that we move forward in ease and grace. So the first thing I want us to do is to call in an angel. This angel's name is Micah. Micah is the angel of the divine plan. Micah will help us to open the correct doors. So I want you to call in Micah and ask Micah to take out a big key and to find the appropriate door for each of us uniquely and unlock it, open it, and open it wide so we can see the light streaming through it, so we can't miss it, so that we can walk through it. And then I want you to take a moment, and let's each do this, and forgive whoever it was that punished us for something that we didn't do. And then forgive ourselves for not letting this go, not doing this forgiveness work earlier. And the final clearing says, in your imagination, be covered by a sheet of white paper and allow an angel to write on it. And then when the angel is done writing, turn it around and read the message. Well, this angel is going to be your guardian angel. So let your guardian angel write you a message. Give it time. Wow, mine is writing with a gold pen on white paper. I can see the gold. It's kind of bleeding through. Well, my message says, open your eyes, follow your heart, and walk in the light. And we receive blessings for having the courage to let this go, to clear the block on finding the open doors. So I'm going to pull 3 of the violet cards. The first one is release from overwhelm. The second one is courage to follow your heart's command. And the final blessing is opening to miracles. And it's gratitude that owns every clearing. So just take a moment now and give thanks to all of your angels, teachers, and guides, to the angels who helped us today, to the ascended masters, to our spiritual family, to our higher selves, to the higher selves of our bodies. Thank them all. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And updating all reference points, all ways in which we perceive or we are perceived in the world. And wrapping each of us up in sheets of rainbow light, gently sealing this work in to whatever degree is appropriate for your spiritual evolutionary state. And so be it. Got time for more callers. There's nobody else on the switchboard right now. The number to call is area code 657-383-1895. And when you call in, be sure and press 1 so that the producer knows that you're actually wanting a clearing. And because there's a little lag time, we're going to wait and we will see if anybody else wants one. Otherwise, if they don't, just know that next Monday, Lori Houston, who is the beautiful intuitive from Toronto, will be my guest. And she will be doing intuitive readings, and then I will do clearings to follow on. So you get both of us, 2 for the price of 1. So look forward to that because it's always fun when Lori is on the show with me. All right, so there are no other callers, so I guess that makes this a wrap for today's show. I want to thank you all for joining in either energetically or listening on Blog Talk. Until next week, remember, people who take responsibility for their lives create the reality they desire. Ciao.
And now, insurance-minded speeches from Geico.
It's a common expression, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. However, what if the horse's mouth is filled with useful insurance tools? This is the exact case with the Geico app. Yes, the app is free and therefore a gift horse. However, look inside the app and behold, emergency roadside assistance, digital ID cards, bill pay. Get the Geico app, look it in the mouth, get amazing services. Thank you.